Let's talk for a moment about Gaza. We are told that not all of Gaza is Hamas, which is true because we just learned that the people who kidnapped Shiri Bibas and her children were not Hamas, they were a different terrorist faction in Gaza. We're told that the people who took the lives of 10-month-old Kfir Bibas and 4-year-old Ariel Bibas took it with their bare hands, they were not Hamas, they were a different group. On October 7th, the people who came into many of the kibbutzes around Gaza were not Hamas. They were ordinary Gazans who helped burn the homes and commit the atrocities that we have seen. Of course, Hamas are mainly responsible for that, but there were many also, quote unquote, ordinary Gazans. Now, when the IDF goes into Gaza and they find in almost each and every house weapons and tunnels and rockets, that's not all Hamas. That's a lot of the people in Gaza. So my question is very simple. Who are the people of Gaza? And who are we to believe they are? Because we're supposed to believe that there's this evil Hamas and there are these victims in Gaza, but in fact, it doesn't, when you do the math, it just doesn't check out because you have these many, many different terrorist groups. You have the Palestinian Islamic Jihad and many others. You have Hamas saying occasionally, oh, we didn't do this, a different terrorist group did it. We have the civilians of Gaza who did all the protests on the fence to sort of make the IDF numb when October 7th came. So lots of people in Gaza came for months to the fence so that when the actual attack comes, the IDF think, oh, it's another protest. So we had all those Gazan civilians who were essentially preparing the ground for Hamas's October 7th attack. And so my simple question is, who are the people of Gaza? Who are they? Who are the innocent people of Gaza? I'm not saying there aren't. I'm just asking the people of Gaza to tell us because I follow the accounts of many people in Gaza on social media in Arabic, and I don't see condemnations of Hamas often. I don't see any. I didn't see one condemnation of what was done to the Bibas family. I don't see one request or way of seeking peace with the state of Israel or showing some kind of recognition of the humanity of Jewish people. And so I just need the people of Gaza to speak up for themselves, because if we need to believe that they're not all Hamas, that they're not all Palestinian Islamic Jihad, good, tell us who you are. Speak up. Because the way it looks now, it seems like there's a whole lot of people in Gaza who are not affiliated with this terrorist organization or that terrorist organization that have committed the worst atrocities in our generation. The world has not seen the kind of barbarity, cruelty, and savagery that we have seen coming out of the people of Gaza in these past 15 months. And so my simple question is, people of Gaza, speak out. If you don't like Hamas, speak out. If you think that what was done to the Bibas family is unforgivable, speak out. Speak out, because otherwise it's very, very hard to say, oh, it's just Hamas, not all the people of Gaza. Oh, it's just Palestinian Islamic Jihad, not all the people of Gaza. That doesn't mean it is all the people of Gaza, but it means there's a whole lot of people in Gaza who are not officially affiliated with any terrorist organization who do partake in severe acts of terrorism. And so then when we hear, oh, well, only this amount of people who were killed were members of Hamas, yeah, but you didn't tell us that the other civilians who were killed were carrying bombs, were shooting rockets, were storing ammo, were holding on to hostages. You didn't tell us that part. When you came out to the streets and you screamed, oh, the IDF killed this and this many civilians in Gaza, you left out the small detail that those civilians from Gaza were participating in the most brutal and cruel acts of terrorism. So, people of Gaza, speak up, tell us who you are, because otherwise we really, really don't know.